Hi beautiful souls, this is Archana with Divine Soul Resonance, welcoming you all to my channel with all my love and all my heart. Today I bring forth a reading for us, for the Twin Flame community, to look at what the Divine Masculine is thinking and feeling for his counterpart. When I say he or she, I am not being gender specific. I am simply referring to the masculine, holder of the masculine energy as he, and holder of the feminine energy as she, just for the ease of communicating. Twin flames. It is for each one of us to see if we resonate with the energy of a twin flame. The twin flame love is the deepest love. The two aspects, complementary, coming together as whole, sensing and feeling, coming together with action and protection, the masculine and the feminine, together, but incarnated here on earth, individually, with each aspect within them. And this is that magnetic pull that pulls the masculine and the feminine together towards wholeness. To hold that kind of high vibration on earth at this time, to integrate that level of energy, requires for both the twins to go through a journey, to undertake what I can call as trials and tribulations and challenges. For at every step, the ego death must take place. So we can come into wholeness, we can come into remembrance, merging with God. Life purpose for the twins. If you resonate with that, then that's for you. Let's begin. Divine masculine energy. Divine masculine energy. Wow. Balance. Angel of balance. Divine masculine energy is working on balancing the two polarities, balancing the extremities, balancing the yin and the yang within himself. He's looking to the timelessness with a grounding, the expansion with a contraction. They are drawing a lot of guidance, esoteric information with which to make sense more of their reality. And I'm feeling a deep connection with Egypt. I'm seeing pyramids. And I'm also feeling that deeply, deeply connecting with the feminine aspect within them. They're deeply connecting with the feminine aspect within them. I'm seeing that. And I'm also seeing that the Divine Masculine collective right now is going through a deep inner child healing. So there's that level of innocence that I'm feeling with this childlike energy. There's healing of that inner child. Begin to notice, for the viewers and for Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine both, begin to notice that there will be tremendous amount of synchronicities that are going to take place, are taking place. What simply this means is that the Divine Masculines are seeing a lot of synchronistic events, which means that you are remembering what is already there. You're coming simply in resonance for what already exists, which is getting closer and closer towards our spirit, towards our inner self, our inner union. And this starts to show up in the external. The numbers that are quite prominent right now for the Divine Masculines are 8, 7, 11, and 4. Truth. Truth. I want you to look at this energy here. Truth. Divine Masculine is seeking, connecting with the highest truth. The inner flame. The Divine Masculine is seeking the highest truth. So there's going to be a lot of ego death that is taking place within the Divine Masculine Collective. They are recognizing their connection and deepening of the connection with their higher self, and how the higher self is guiding this incarnation, this life. Do you see that light? This is card number 21-3. To me, this is the energy of Christ consciousness, connecting to the source, to the ultimate Mother, Father of the universe, the singular entity, protecting you, lighting that inner fire. This is connecting your heart's truth to the absolute truth. Holding that, strengthening that. And they're receiving a lot of guidance. They are receiving a lot of guidance right now. Another number, 21 and 3. So 4, 8, 7, 2, 1, 3, and 11 are going to be important. And the teacher awakens, Mary Magdalene. So Divine Masculines, you have something important to share. Follow your inner call. Do not let anything stop you. The teacher awakens. You're awakening and deepening to your truth and your purpose here on earth at this time in this reality. You're being groomed, you're being shaped, you're being made to come to form into what you're meant to do in this life, Divine Masculines. You're connecting a lot with your Divine Feminine. I'm also sensing and feeling a rise in your lower chakras. So there's a lot of connection with the earth and your sacred sexuality and sensuality. There's a lot of red in here. That's passion. That's a lot of root energy, root chakra energy. It's opening up. Divine Masculines, current energy. Ten and 3. 1, 0, and 3. I did talk about 3 right here. That was, to me, I talked about Christ consciousness. This is again building. There's still not, things are still not set in stone. 4 is the energy where you are setting a foundation. Let me show you this pyramid. I did see pyramids there. I didn't realize I had the pyramids out. Do you see this pyramid? There's that shape. There's the 4, the energy of a foundation. That's a foundational energy, sacred geometry. So the Divine Masculines right now, the current energy is, I'm feeling, it's not completely in an amorphous state, but it is not solidified. 4 is the energy of solidification. I've always said that in my readings. 3 is about you've made a decision, you're working on something, you're building on something, and you're currently in the process of building. So the Divine Masculines are in a process of building something which will be solidified. Here and now. That's the current energy, whether it's in their work, whether it's in relationships, and whether it is in their relationship with the Divine Feminine. If you have already met your twin, this is in the process of solidification. That's the current energy. Also, the current energy is, there's a lot of, I did talk about a sacral energy. For some of you, that sacral energy and a lot of that passion energy, they're carrying a lot of that energy within them. So I don't want to call it like a burden here. I'm not feeling that as a burden, but I'm feeling that the Divine Masculines are being stretched. So a lot of the Divine Masculines will be going through, or are going through, or it is going to happen, because this is all fluid state right now, is going to be more and more of the Kundalini awakening, more of the energy that's going to be flowing in the lower chakras. So for me, I want to, as a healer, I want to give this part out to the divine masculines, that if that's what you're feeling, it is very, very advisable, recommended for you to connect in nature, for you to connect with the element of water, which is the house of the divine feminines. It's going to help you to ground and detox the energy and ease up on the lower chakras, so it can get grounded back into that. And I'm also feeling for some of the divine masculines, this is also for some of the divine masculines, that you've been carrying a lot of heavy burdens. Okay, perhaps the heavy burdens of how to build and make a solid foundation here in this reality. We'll have a look. This is the current one right now. What is the surrounding energy for the divine masculines? I'll take 3 or 4. Okay. Let me see. Okay, let me do that. I'm going through with the reading as I'm guided to. Archana had a plan, but Spirit has another plan for Archana, and I go with what the Spirit asks me to do. Okay. Surrounding energy for the divine masculines. I want to begin with this. Energy of change. So to look back at things that have worked or that have not worked. Okay. Still looking back at things of the past, heaviness, burdens. I'm feeling this burden here. Emotional burden is what I'm feeling, even though that's a fire burden. I'm feeling emotional burdens of things of the past. So I did, before even looking at this, I did say connect with the element of water. The water must flow. It cannot be stagnant. If you stay at one place for too long, whether it was something that took place, something that didn't take place, something how you had hoped for it to take place and it didn't take place, a relationship that panned out didn't pan out the way you wanted it to pan out, whether it was a job, whether it were people, it's time to move from that corner. It's time to move from that water bank and allow the water to flow, the river. There has to be that river, right? It has to be flowing. It must flow. Turn around. There are 2 cups right behind you. There are 2 cups that are right behind you. There are people who love you, who support you. There are people who offer you understanding. There are people who are in your life right now to help you support your life purpose, divine masculine. So that is a part of the energy that you are transmuting, you are building and working through. Okay? Because there's balance that's going to be restored from that. Your higher self, God source, is coming in to help you to not be in this shrouded state, to turn around and look at things that are filled with joy. And as I was speaking, there's a plane that was going right above my reading. Lots of birds started to chirp, and the time on my clock turned 1222. Okay? We talked about the energy of 3. Okay? Turn around. There's goodness, there's abundance, there's love, there's joy. Everything that you had wanted to experience on earth in this reality. So I'm also feeling what's surrounding you are 2 things from this. I'm feeling some of the divine masculines, you are blocking this flow from coming in. You are blocking your own abundance, your own love, your own happiness, and all that you dreamed and desired. You're blocking that from coming in by staying in this energy. Okay, that's one of the messages that I'm feeling. Okay, because again, to me, I'm drawn to there's 2 polar messages that are coming through for the collective that I'm reading. Because some of you are looking back at the past, your past connections, what happened in the past. past things that had taken place but didn't pan out or didn't pan out. There are things from the past. This is definitely heaviness from the past. And because of that energy, you are stopping the flow from this love offer, loving energy that the universe is coming and wanting to bring forth for you. It could be through a person. It could be through your divine feminine. It could be, I'm feeling generally around you. There's someone who is very youthful, loving, kind, fun, and wants to lift your spirit, but you're blocking that energy. So that's one of the things that I am feeling for you, divine masculines, for some of you, that at this particular time, that's what you're doing, you're blocking. So I'm feeling like you're blocking the flow of your inner feminine energy to come through, right? The feminine energy is that of receptivity, that of nurturing, that of love, kindness. You are blocking that right now. But this is all in the amorphous state. So I'm not feeling like anything is right now solidified because I didn't see the energy of 4 here. But for some of you, I'm also feeling that you've been carrying these burdens on for too long. You're in that current state, 1, 0. You've been carrying these burdens for far too long, and 10s are about endings. 10s are about endings, so pay attention to the synchronicities that are taking place because you are being, I'm feeling, I don't have Play-Doh here. So I'm feeling like that amorphous state of I can create anything from that void, right? I always do we'll take that as the 1 and we'll take this as the 0, right? As the 10. So anything and everything's possible from this infinite pool, from that void. And that's what you're building on. And you're going to be releasing this past wounds, the past hurt. And you're not going to give up on your dream of what you've come here to do, what you're meant to do. You're meant to be teaching others. That is part of what you will be doing, divine masculines. You are not going to give up on that. You're going to continue building on that by offering more love, more understanding, and looking at things from a very youthful perspective on the beauty of the past. You're not going to forget your deep connection with the source. That's another message that's coming in for the divine masculines. What is the overarching energy, angels? I love that. I totally love that. That's 21. There was something else we saw, 21. Okay, yeah, there we go. 2, 1, 3. Lots of number synchronicities here. Do please pay attention to those numbers playing out in your life, wherever they are, however they are. It is a immediate connection to a realization that you are a spiritual being here in this physical body, in this physical realm, in this physical manifested reality. And in this reality, through this infinite pool and portal, what is it that you are going to draw, divine masculines? What is overarching you is the world, is a closing of a complete cycle, rising to a completely new one. Time for celebration, time for victory, time for more than victory. This is grace. To me, this feels graceful energy. They're reaching a pinnacle of understanding, reaching a pinnacle of a sense of beautiful completion. This does not feel like a heavy negative completion. It feels like a beautiful culmination. Yes, culmination is what I'm feeling. You're culminating it. This old energy is culminating into something very beautiful. This amorphous energy is going to be set into stone. So you will see that. You will see, since this is the overarching energy, because you are being lifted. I'm feeling like a lifting. You're lifting. You're going to be connecting deeply with your divine feminine energy within you, your own aspect. And as you connect deeper within your own inner feminine, you're going to connect with that feminine outside. It's going to manifest in the physical reality, because the union must take internally first. Okay, so this is what's processing. I'm feeling this is all taking place in the inner world. Even though it's a supporting energy, I'm feeling all of this as the inner world energy. Thank you to angels. So what is coming towards the divine masculines? I'm not surprised. Archana loves doing readings. Okay. I am not surprised. I did talk about it being in an amorphous state, and it's not yet solidified. It's not yet solidified into a 4. I told you to be mindful of the number 4, and what's coming towards you is 4. This is stability. Of course, the plane has to come just when Archana is doing this recording. Important recording. It's perfectly acceptable. So this is the 4 of Wands. Stability. Coming together. Union with the Divine Feminine. Creating something of deep value, happiness, joy, sharing, completely wreathed. Completely wreathed. When we bring our spirits together, when we are in communion and union with our inner self, connected to God, it materializes into the physical. And that's what's happening here. That's what the Divine Masculine is doing. As you're doing this, Divine Masculine, this is coming towards you. Stability. Stability, stability, stability here in this reality. Okay? And what is all around and through that is this connection. This deep connection that you have with your Divine Feminine, equal partnership, which is divinely guided, which is divinely orchestrated. It's not something that you chose. It's not something that the Divine Feminine chose. It is what the Divine chose for you. And this is a blessing. This blessing is unfolding in the physical reality, in the physical realm. So there is this energy of love and romance that is bringing in this. It's opening and cleansing. Do you now see why this is all an internal work? If the Divine Feminines are watching this, see why the Divine Masculines are going through this period of giving up, not giving up. Not giving up on you, but defending themselves. And sometimes blocking themselves because they're going back and forth. Because they're bringing things in harmony. They're bringing things in an internal state of balance. Once that internal state of balance is made, they know which direction to go, what plans to be brought down on earth. So they need to be able to bring that part in balance. And look at this balance is coming towards them. I did say that, right? It's through that love. It's through that inner harmony. It's through that inner union with the Divine Feminine. There's a lot of romantic feelings that they have. Here's the Lover's card right here. Right here. Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. In union. Blessed by God. Blessed by God. To be able to enjoy the abundances, the luxuries, the wealth that has been given to humans, to be human, to be here. To be here. Time to celebrate. Time to come together. Enjoy the victories. Enjoy the now. Enjoy the moment. For it is a blessing that is being bestowed upon the twins. There is this abundance, happiness through that vulnerability, through that connection to the source. There is a brand new beginning that is on hand. That's coming from the heart of the Divine Masculine. That is what is taking place. I asked what is taking place in the heart of the Divine Masculines and what's taking place in their lives. This is what's taking place in the internal world. And this is what is going to be coming towards them in the external world. A union with the Divine Feminine is on the cards here. Through trials, tribulations, challenges, working through, overcoming the fears, bringing things in balance. We're going to be going through a lot of these emotions. But the big theme right now is a vulnerability, a closure that's taking place. Birthing of a new cycle is right here, up here, with great abundance, great stability, great love right here for you. Sending you love and light. May all the twins be blessed with this union. This is Archana with Divine Soul Resonance.